I hope I can close this. Yeah, nice. Okay, so wait, couldn't. Fine. This is gonna be the day 7 topic because we did not have any topics last day. So I'll count this as day 7. So my screen is visible, right? Just quickly say that. So we don't have to waste any more time. We already running 15 minutes late. Yeah, screen is visible. Fine. Okay. Okay. So strings, I don't have to define anything. You guys are already very well known with strings because you are learning in that Python. So strings are a collection of characters. And you know, anything that's a collection can also be called an array. So it can also be called is an array of characters. So now in C++, we can use strings in 3 ways. First, obviously using the char array. Second is using pointers to character. This is something we'll not go into. Okay. And not this as well, because these are C related. These two were used for C, and they were called C strings. So, but these are useful in C++ as well. You can use this as well, and these are faster than the third option, that is the string class. So let me just hello world.cpp. I do everything in this only, but that's fine. I deleted a bit more than I should have. Okay, so to use the string class, first we have to include it, and we include it by saying hash include strings, and then we can use string class, and we can create a data type of I mean we can create a variable of string type. Actually this is called an object, but I don't know if you have learned objects and classes in Python. Have you? Then you'd understand how this works. Otherwise, just imagine this is also a variable of type string. Have you learned about objects? Okay, no, fine. Then we'll not tell this as objects. You'll just assume that S is a variable of type string. But as I said, string is a class, and every variable of a class is actually an object, but that you will learn in your third semester, I guess, or maybe second. I don't know. Depends what language you have. If you have C's in second semester, you would not learn. And if you have like in third semester, if you have Java, which you will have Java, C++, one object-oriented programming is must. Then you'll learn what are objects, classes, and etc. Okay, so never mind. Right now, we are just gonna think S as a variable of type string. Like if we say int A, then A is a type of int. I mean, A is a variable of type int. Okay, so we can assign a string like A string. Okay, and to print this, we can just use S. Is a very elementary. It will print a string. Takes time a bit, but yeah, here you go. It prints a string. Fine. So we can initialize that. I think some of you in the first program that I gave in the assignment, many of you like use the string and initialize things and printed that. So I guess some of you already know, but the trick is now to input a string. So we'll see first input, then we'll see output, and then some functions on the string to use it. Okay, so you'd need some functions like how substring works, or you want to find a particular character with a function, or some string manipulation techniques. So whatever, we'll see that, and then the session will be over. So first we are gonna take a word as input. And with these, we do this exactly as the same way. Scene string variable. Okay. This is a syntax, so you write in the most generalized way you can. So that is how you write. So again, defining a string s in. I'll not use prompts here, so we can go fast and we'll give an input. Say again, I said a single word, say bat, and it prints bat. Okay, so fine. Now the trick, I mean, now the more tougher part. So what if you want to input a sentence, like say a bat and a ball or something like that. I wanted to use a quick brown fox example, but that's a very long sentence, so we would not go that. Suppose any sentence like this, or say Batman and Robin, anything. So if you want to do this and you use exactly the same thing, then you'll see the problem. Only the first word is taken inside S because scene ignores all the spaces. Okay, so to do this, we'll use something or a function called getLine. So again, the syntax. So this is the syntax. We'll type scene and S, and we'll see out S. So that A was the previous input. I did not clear the terminal, so it's there. But you see now I inputted this and the output is this. So we can get a line like this. Okay. And now a bit of uh, information that is not a lot of people know. So what happens is when you're writing A space BAT and another space A and D space A space BLL and then BALL, then you type enter. Okay. So you cannot see this, but there is a new line character here. Now what happens is if you think about getLine, you'd think that this new line character is also stored there, because now if you take another character input, you'd see a null character. But if you're taking with something that did not, I mean, I'm saying like if the new line character was not taken inside it, then this character would have stayed in the stream. Like let's say if I'm taking character by character, then first A goes, then spaces space BAD and all that is remaining. Then again, if you take a character, then B is taken and the rest of the part is there. So getLine takes the new line. Okay. Otherwise, if you now do a get char or something, a character input, then you would have gotten a new line, but that does not happen. I'm not going to show that, but you can try it and it's not going to happen. But another thing is that if the new line is inserted inside S, then now if I print something, then this should be printed in the next line. But does that happen? So we give this string a bat, and if new line was inserted in S, then a bat and the A should have been printed in the next line, but that does not happen. So, but I also said that new line is taken by getLine. Okay, I did not show this, but you can try and it's true. So what is happening? What is happening is new line is taken by getLine, but as soon as it sees new line, it discards it. Okay, so getLine goes to the stream. Okay, this is called the input stream. Okay, where you are inputting. So getLine goes to the input stream, takes character after character after character until it finds new line. Okay. Once it finds new line, it takes new line, but then discards it and stores the rest of the characters in the stream. And the cursor is then sent to the next line. Okay. Or the next space, that is. I mean, if you type enter and then you give another string input, then the cursor is sent to that. Okay, so that's how getline works. So I was speaking a bit fast. So if you have any questions, you can ask me. Any questions? Anything? Uh, I can demonstrate this a bit better by taking say S1. And I'll just print S1. Okay. So A BAT A BLL. Okay. See, the new line is discarded from this string, but it reads till BAT until it finds the enter. So I pressed enter, it read till that, but that new line is also taken by getline. Otherwise, the first part of this string would have had a getline and it would not have been read only, because I told you new line getline reads till the enter or the new line character. The new line is this character, and then okay. So it reads till it finds it, takes it, and then discards it. And the rest of the characters are stored in the string variable. Okay. So any questions? Only Monal says no. Others have, I guess, left. Those who voted for like no quiz, or I guess no strings or class cancellation, they got really angry and I guess left because they think their votes did not matter. Okay. So fine. Fine till now. So this is how you take inputs of string, and there is nothing really more. You can also take a particular number of characters by using the third line. I mean the third parameter, like let's say get line C in S. Let's say I just want 5 letters. Okay. Okay. The function then would change to, I hope. Okay. This is weird. It should not happen like this. What? Okay, I guess it's only get line. I get I also get confused between this, but nothing is working. Okay, that's weird. This should not be like this, because if you give 5 characters, then it should read 5 characters. Okay, this is weird. Anyways, I'll tell you this later. But okay, C in S. Yeah, I said that before, because if we do C in S and we run this and we say, okay, this A string. Okay, I did not print this. Sorry. The terminal is very bloated. Okay, so see, scene reads inputs till it finds a space or a new line. If it finds a new line or a space, it exits. So it does not read anymore. And that space and new line is left in that stream only. So scene can only read till it finds a space or a new line, and you cannot change that. Okay, I hope that answers your question, Sanjukta. But basically what I was trying to show is like how to extract particular number of characters, but guess I forgot the syntax. Okay, anyways, maybe I can show you in the next class or this class only, uh, if I remember. But that's weird. I mean, one of the syntaxes should have worked, but anyways, that's fine for now. So next. Yeah, scene can be used to input one character or a word till a space, that is. So yeah, you got it right. So next is we saw input, we saw output as well. That is simply cout and string variable. Okay. Let's just change this to A61. Now coming to the functions on strings. Okay, first function we'll see is length. This is very important. So again, I'm gonna read in a string using getLine. And I'm gonna delete this and out h1 dot length. Okay, I should have given the function definition first, but anyways. Again, a string, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So basically, it returns the number of characters or the length of the string. Okay. So basically, this will be useful when you have to traverse the string and change something. So now an interesting fact. In Python, strings are immutable, so you cannot change the string. That is, this type of operation cannot be done. Okay, this is wrong. This is giving wrong here because this is S1. And if we can do that, then this will work. So the thing is, in Python, you cannot do this. In Python, you have to do a complicated slicing. That is, you have to slice till the position you are, the position of number of the number, sorry, the index of the character that you are trying to change. Then you have to input the character you are changing. Then you have to extract the rest of the string. So that's very complicated. So in this case, if it's one, you have to start from like the first, then give dot, then one, then that extracts till one position, excluding the one position, as you know, and then you enter your character that you want to change it, and then you extract the rest of the string after that. So yeah, it's a lot complicated in Python because strings are immutable in that, and that is also you're not changing, you are creating a new string and assigning it into a new variable. But here you can directly do this. So if I do this in this example, let's just say I want to change this a to and I'll not take input anymore because I think you already understood how to take inputs. So I'll just use this example and do this. Okay. Oh, sorry, I forgot to see out this. See, so 0, as you know, you have learned arrays. So 0 is the first index. So it goes to the first index and changes the character to a, and then it prints the string. Okay, so strings in C++ is mutable. You can change them without creating a new string and inserting it into a new variable. Okay, so that goes about accessing a character. Now using you can use the length. Okay, string length is part of the C strings package. Okay, the new C class uses length, which is better. strlen was for the C strings. You can use this and you might still get an you will still get an same length, but uh, the length function is for this string classes. Okay, that was string.age and this is string. So C++ has created a whole new string class, and that was the string length was for C strings, that is char arrays and pointers. So yeah, you can use it, no issues, but I'll recommend using length because that is made for this type of string, that is C++ type of strings or the string class. So it's better to use that. Better to use length. Okay, and okay, strlen don't have any issues like that, but still I would recommend using dot length. Okay, that is better for if you're using C++ strings. Obviously, you cannot use dot length in C because nothing exists like that there. Okay, that's done. So we have seen how to access a character of a string. So now let's say you want to like just extract the vowels from a string. You can use the length function, and then you can traverse each character using a for loop from I int I equals to 0, I less than s dot length I plus plus. Then you can use an if condition that if this is equals to si, then print the character if you want to print it or do something with it, else do nothing. So that's how you can traverse the string using length And if you want to manipulate it, you can access a particular string with it. I mean, you can access a particular character of the string at a given index. Okay. You can also do that using at. That is another function. So if you do this, and you can, but this does not change. This just gives you the character back. Okay. So it will not change. See, okay, I just forgot the endl here. Okay, endl means new line. You can also use this if you want. Is the same. This is better. Actually, using the new line character is better because endl is more less efficient and more time consuming. So I'd recommend while doing CP programs use this. Even some programs explicitly tell that there are a lot of printing and inputting. So use fast input and output. First part of a fast output is this, and part of a first input is something different. That is, you'll see if you Google how to do fast input in C++, then you'll see that. So that is something different. But what I'm trying to say is because our scope today is strings, so this is better than endl, and wherever possible, you should use this. So at only extracts the character, it cannot manipulate it. Okay. So only for character extracting. Okay, you can do that with those indexing operator, that is the brackets as well. So any questions till now? I'm trying to like go really fast because no one was really interested in the class today. So whatever information you can gather as fast as possible is better. So any questions? I know today's class is not really up to the mark. Okay, anyone else? Fine. Okay, nice. Lot of responses. Okay, next we'll see the find function. Nice. Thanks for being interested. Okay, so find is used to, I should have done this here as well. That would be like better. You can read this at a glance and then read the syntax, and it would be more useful. So find takes 3 parameters actually: the string variable, the start, and the end. And if you don't provide start and end, then it will explicitly uh, think that the start is the first index and the end is the last index. Okay. Okay, this string variable, as I said, is not the string variable you're searching for. Okay, I should change this so it does not confuse. So this is the string you're searching for. Okay, the search string variable is used to find a character or a string in the given string. Okay, syntax. Uh, okay, the return variable, right? This is more important, and returns the index at which it's found. Okay. Okay, so we'll see s1 dot find. Okay, now here's the thing. The return type of find is size underscore t, which is let me just write. This is the return type of find. Okay, so you should, if you go by the definition, you should actually assign it like this. But this, what is the size t? This size t is actually an unsigned int. Okay, it's same. Size t and unsigned int are same. Size t is an alias of that. When you learn type def, you would understand what is an alias exactly. It's basically referring one thing with another name. So that's an alias. So alias means that only. Okay. So size t alias is unsigned integer, So unsigned integers property is that it cannot store negatives. Obviously, because the index of a string cannot be negative. Unlike Python, I'm not in C++, indexes cannot be negative. So you should use size t, but I can see you can use int as well, because as long as your string is not exceeding the size, I mean the range of int, that is 2 to the power 31 minus 1, it will not go into negatives. Okay. So if your size of string is inside that, it would be fine. But if your size is greater than that, then you should use a size t. Otherwise, as long as your string is like inside the range of int, I mean the length of this your string is inside the range of int, you can use uh, int variable to assign the to accept the return value of find. Okay, it will be fine. So we'll search str inside, and as I said that those start and end are optional. You don't have to provide it. If you're not providing it, then explicitly it will assume that start is the first index and end is the last index. Also, these are called like default values. Okay, or function has parameters. When you learn your functions in the next session, you will see it as parameters, and you can assign default values to that parameters. So if you don't give anything, those default values will act. Just give me a second. Like I'm talking up so much that I need to drink some water. Okay. Okay. Sorry for that interruption. Okay, we are back again. So now we are trying to find str. Okay. So this should ideally this will give the starting index of the search string. Okay, where it is first found. So we'll see out a. See, this is 0, 1, and this is 2. So we have found it. Now, one interesting thing is that how to see if you have found it or not. By returning that if value we can, but if you want to like write an if condition, then this is how you should do it. Okay, see. So basically string npos is a character or a value returned by this find function when the search fails. So you can see the on this here, you can see the value of npos, that is 429496, something like that. So that type of value is returned when we do not find anything. Okay, and you should not like do it with negative and all that. You should always use this because this is the value sent when a string fails, that is you cannot find it. Okay, so I can also do one thing. I've not ever done this actually to see, or I've done this, I forgot what the value it returns. Let's see what it returns when you print this, because it should not find now. Let's see. Okay, it prints -1. Fine. So -1 is printed. I also thought it will be printed printing -1 as well. But while checking, you can always do that as well, -1. But I would not recommend it. I would always recommend use uh, that string npulse to check, because that is what the definition says, that in case of failure, it will return this. Okay, so check this with this only. Okay, don't use -1. This will not affect you in case of like small length strings, but it will affect you when the range of the string size is larger than range of int. That case, you also cannot use int. You have to use the size t. So that case, a lot of overflow occurs, and that's why that value is written, which you saw on the screen. Okay. Uh, in case of short strings, -1 is written only. So it's up to you. If your string is short, you can do that. If it's long, but always like go with the documentation that is given. You have to. You should use string npos. Okay. So it's 616, and we have still a couple of functions left. I don't think couple, I think this is the last. So any questions with find, you can ask. Oh, you can also specify, like, let's say I'll also show this. So say we are trying to find str from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 from the fourth index. Okay, so it will not be found. So it should print like nothing. I have not written else statement here. You see, nothing is written here. If I write a else statement, see, not found. So basically, you're starting from T and trying to find str, but no str exists from that starting position, so you don't get anything. So like that, you can specify the starting position of that. Okay. Mm, okay, this is done. Now what's left? Okay, substring, right? Okay, substrings parameters are position and length. Okay, now this substring is very different from the substring in Java, and I've never used substring in Python because slicing always does the work. So why use substring? Because slicing is very easy to use. So this is different. How will show you? So it returns a string between index position and position plus length. Okay. In case of Java, what happened? Uh, if you use substring and you give the start and end, so it starts from the start index and extracts till -1 of that end index. So suppose we are starting from 0 and start index is 0 and like say end index is given in the substring is 5. So the string extracted in Java would have been 0 to 4. And here it would also be like 0 to 4 because the start index is okay. The start index has 0 and provided 0 and 5. So position plus length, the index is one shorter. So here it will also be 0 to 4 only for 0 cases. But what if we give like 1, 2, then something wrong happens. I'll just show you, then you can understand it better. So cout s1 dot substring. So first we'll just give 0 to say, what is the length? 8. I think we saw 8. Okay. And we'll print this and we get a string. Fine, no issues with that. But now if we give 1 to 8, this is also actually showing no issues. But uh, if I like extend this because the string ends here. So see, so in case of like Java, we would have like 0. This is the space. It starts from here and it should have ended till the last, that is 8 character is the space, and it should have been till string. Okay. So now let's print this. And it's also showing, okay, this is weird. Wait a second. Okay. So yeah, this is something I'm mistaking with some mathematics like plus minus 1. Okay. So you saw this is now it is giving something wrong input, not was not giving in previously because the space was printing. Okay. That's why you could not see it. But now you see like it starts from 2. Okay, I'll again go back to that 1 to 8 example so you understand it. I forgot about the space actually here. Okay, so it starts from 1, that is the space, then goes to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so since this was a space and 1 plus 8 is 9, so it went to the ninth character, and as you know, the 1 will be negative. So that is we extract till start to n minus 1 as in Java. So we do that here as well. But here the end is actually the summation of start and end. So this is getting a bit confusing. So let me just like say that 1 to 8 is what happens. So as I said, it extracts till index position to this length. Okay. So starting index is position, fine. So this is 1. And now this POS is again starting position is given 1 and the length is given 8. So 9. Now the ninth index is this, that space. Why can't I select the space? I don't know. So it goes till the space and it prints it. Okay. Now the actual, how can I show you is actually this example, 2 to 8. Okay. So string I. So see, this is the second index. It starts from here and it should show you till pos plus length minus pos plus length index, not the position. Okay. So this is 2 and this should be 10. So I may be mistaking the calculation here again. See, I also get confused with position and index a lot of times, and the documentation was kind of written like this, and I forgot what. I don't actually prepare for these classes, so I kind of forgot. But let's just see. Okay, so this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8, 9, 10. So this is the 10th index. Okay, as I said, 10 minus 1, and it goes to 9. So if you want to give a mathematical representation, it would be like this. So the last index character is not checked. Okay. So this is pos plus length minus 1 actually. But since the substring is like that, that the last index is never counted. So the documentation is kind of given like that, or they could have been wrong as well. But this is not the mathematical, they did not want to give the mathematical bracket. So basically the open brackets means that the last uh, end is not counted, and the start this bracket means that the first value, the left value is counted. Or basically, if you give two third brackets, then both the endpoints are counted. If you give both open brackets, then both the end parts are not counted. And whichever side you give the third bracket, that part is counted, and whichever part, basically that's what it is. Open bracket, we don't count that index. Okay, Sanjukta, there's a question. Same as Java, but the ending. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm trying to say actually. The index ending value of the index is taken as pos plus length. Exactly that what I was trying to say, but I got confused with the space. And then also I was trying to show the position. Then I remembered that the index would be minus 1. So I have said a lot of things. So just let me clarify once more. Okay, so we'd go again. So this is the 1th index. This is the second index, the space, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So this is 14 indexes and its length would be 15. So just printing the length as well. So you can see. So I've said this in a very confusing way. So I'll just rectify myself. Okay, so the length is 14. I'm sorry again. I'll have to count it again. I must have missed this space because I cannot like select this. So okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I started from 1, sorry. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay, yeah. So the length is 14, but the last index is 13, as you all know. That index is 1 minus the length, uh, as you saw in arrays. Okay. So basically it starts from the position and then it the end index is position plus length. So whatever is given as the first value and the second value, the sum is the end index. But since this is a substring, the final index is calculated minus 1 of this. So I think this is better understood like this. So if we give 2 to 8, so start index will be S. That's why you have seen this is S, no space before. So it goes to and the end index will be 10 and -1. So start index is this S, and then 3 is T, 4 is R, 5 is I, 6 is N, 7 is G, 8 is space, 9 is I again, 10 is T. Okay, so see, 2 plus 8 is 10, but the substring is counted -1 of the last index. Okay, so this is the index representation. Actually, I got it. This representation is for the position. Okay, and this representation would be for the index. Okay, so this is how the index is calculated. And I get a lot confused in this because Java substring works in a way and C++ substrings works in a way. So even today I got confused a bit with this space, but I really said this in a very haphazard way. So I'll try to say this once more. Forget everything what I've said before this. So substring calculates from the start position to the start plus end position -1. That is what C++ substring does. And Java substring does is start to end -1, not the sum. So the last index is uh, position -n, as Sanjukta said. So ending value of index is taken as position plus len, and the substring taken is still -1 of that index. So as you know in Python, if you do slicing, that is S1 or say 3, so you get 0 to 2. So similarly like that, here it is just pos plus len. You can just think of it like that. So 0 to pos plus len, or rather this. So this equivalence, just a second, s dot stbr pos len is equals to this. Okay. So any questions? I'm sorry, I really explained this in a very bad way. This space really confused me for a second. And then I've said a lot of weird things, but I hope now it's clear. If it's not clear, I'll explain, like no issues. This is the last topic only. There is nothing more after find. I mean, there are a lot of functions in string, but these are the things you actually need. And in Java, there is split, trim, but C++ does not have them. So what split does is, in Python, you also have split. So split divides the string based on a particular character. And if you don't give any input in that split function, it assumes the default character is space. So it divides the string based on spaces. But C++ string library does not have that. There is a library called boost library that has split and trim as well. So trim basically does is it clears the spaces before and after the string. Okay, but C++ string does not have them. So yes, C++ is a bit weak in strings and also a bit complicated, as you saw in the substring. So anyone else that has any doubts, I can explain again. So all you have to know is basically this equivalence. So this means in Python this. And if you can map this, then you can understand. Okay. And I'm sorry for the very haphazard explanation. Okay, fine. And I'm sure that after when you'll use substrings, you'll also get confused. And then you again have to look up why this is happening, especially for people that are coming from Java, because Java substrings works in a very different way. And that's where the confusion comes. Okay, so find was all we had, and there is nothing more. So I was like trying to show you that how to extract a particular number of characters. I hope I remember this is right. I hope. Please don't let me down. Okay, let me down again. I don't. Okay, just I won't try to embarrass myself anymore. I'll tell you this in the next class how to extract a particular number of characters from the given stream. But using getline is better because you don't need to like give anything, and it just can take the whole sentence. But there can be cases where you have to like extract a particular number of characters. So then that function will come. Probably something with get and not with getline, because getline takes the whole string. So something with get, I forgot. this type of syntaxes are very complicated because some has scene.get and some has get scene, then that, and it like becomes very unclear. So now we'll have the quiz. Just get ready. I will just share the link in a bit. Okay, so I'll stop sharing my screen, and in a minute or two, I'll give you the link of the quiz. And also, if you have any questions, you can drop them down. Only 3 people have said it's clear. I hope it's clear to the rest, especially the substring part. But I hope the mapping I did from C++ to Python made it clear. Okay, so just wait for 1 or 2 minutes, then I'll give you the link of the quiz. Okay. Okay, so I've shared the link. Today I'm only hosting everything because no one else is there. So just go to the link and check if you can open the site. And when everyone is ready, just drop that. Oh, that was a very loud sound. When you guys join, it's a very loud sound that comes. So I'll just lower my volume. So almost surprised with that. Anyways, yeah, a lot of people are joining. So like when you guys are ready, so just tell me, I'll start the quiz. So 12 people have joined and now it's 13. Okay, now 15 people have joined. Fine. So we have 24. So I hope everyone wants to try the quiz, I guess. I'll just wait for 2 more minutes. Farhan, I don't know because like there are 19 people already joined. So if the link was not opening, then how could they join? So it's a bit weird. I think you should try again. I think that's the only thing I can say because this is the only link I
Okay,
have. Yeah. And
okay,
also
I'm
19
connected
people.
from my mobile.
Okay, okay. Also that like 19 people have joined. So I think the link is fine. Anyways, 20 now. Okay, Farhan has joined. Fine. Cool. Just waiting for 4 more people, I guess, or 3, or I guess just a 1 minute more because I said that 2 minutes and then we'll start. Okay, no one is joining and it's 6:37. So I'll give you 15 seconds more to get ready and then I'll start. Okay. So the countdown starts when this clock becomes okay. You can't see my screen. Wait. I'll also have to share my screen so you guys can see the leaderboard as well. Okay. So my screen is visible. I think so. So okay, you have 20 seconds to get ready. When it becomes 6:38, I'll start the quiz. So get ready. Okay. Starting in 3, 2, 1.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, somebody's trying to say something. Hello.
सर अभी भी क्विज चल रहा है क्या?
Because like not everyone is finished. Just now it finished. Okay. So no, it's still not finished. Like see, 18 out of 23 done. So you have 30 seconds. Those who are gonna use all the 30 seconds, or those who joined a bit late, I guess. So basically, until it's done, like when uh, 23 out of 23 will be shown. That's when.
अरे सर एक क्वेश्चन था जिसका आंसर मेरे को आता था, वो गलती से उसका दूसरा टैप कर दिए.
I don't know if you can change it or not. So try it. But that's how quizzes go. Like you might be unlucky, but what can be done? Still, some people are left, I guess. Some have not like attended only. It's close to the end. Okay, it's 19 out of 24 done. It's still gonna take some time, I guess. Maybe some people joined a bit late. Okay, almost no more questions are coming. I mean, answers are coming in. We're 20 out of 24 done. Okay, I think the responses have stopped coming. Okay, no, still 21 out of 24. People are taking all the time, and that's fine. But I guess the top 5 is already decided. Don't see anyone going close. Except Sneha, no one has like even chances are left. Sneha has the chance to like get into the top 5. Okay, I guess we're done. Or I, I think in 23 and 24 have like disconnected. So the quiz ends and I'll just capture the top 5. Okay. Why top 5? I'll try to capture the whole thing, but the list is too big. Can I capture till top 15? Yes, I can. Just a second. Okay. Top 15 capturing. Or I mean, whatever. Like I'll capture the whole list, but for now, just let's just screen it. I'll save it. No issues. Okay. So that was that. I'll also give the list here. And that's that. Okay, so if you have no questions or nothing to say, then you can leave. I'll be here for 1 or 2 minutes. And okay, the main part is that uh, all the explanations of these answers will be uploaded. Okay, so don't worry about that. Sorry, I made a mistake with this snapping tool, but I can capture that again, so no issues. So that's the end of the session. Yeah, bye. And thank you for attending, whoever did, and thank you for participating in the quiz as well. And I'm sorry to some people that have lost their connection and things, but I mean that's kind of happens sometimes. You always don't get lucky, or sometimes you get unlucky. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for attending again, and bye.